Hello Taurus, welcome to your May 2021 Love and Relationships reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Taurus, let's get started. I'm going to pull the feminine energy first, then I'll move on to the masculine energy. We'll get a connecting energy as well. Either side can resonate. Of course, it's not about the gender, it is about the energies, so you may find yourself resonating as either or perhaps even both if you're not dealing with anyone in particular. Taurus, let's get started with the feminine energy. For my gorgeous Taurus, you bulls out there, Taurus, it's your birthday month, so happy birthday guys. Taurus, feminine energy, Taurus, please, for the month of May, for their birthday month, please, for Taurus. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Oh, we've got the Hunter. Wow, okay. For my feminine energy, Taurus out there, what is it that you are hunting? It seems like you're on the prowl for something important. It could be a relationship, of course. It could be a goal, a job, something that you've set your sights on, and you're certainly laser focused. I'm getting that very strong energy, and I'm getting a lot of perseverance with this card. It's something that once you've set your sights on something, you do not want to let it go, Taurus, and that's one of your superpowers, really. It can work to your detriment, of course, but more often than not, it gets you where you want to go. It gets you what you want. That's what I'm getting here from this card. So let's see the masculine energy, Taurus, for May, birthday month of Taurus. The masculine energy, Taurus, please, spirit guides, please show me the masculine energy, Taurus. Taurus, please, for May. Harmony. All right. That's interesting, isn't it? Because I feel very strongly the masculine energy here is one more of like your peace and zen and calm. So you may just be dealing with someone who's super laid back, that kind of person, someone who's going with the flow. Yeah, and then there's this other energy of I've got to get this now. It's kind of super ambition versus someone who just kind of takes it as it comes. There may be a little bit of friction there. Let's see the connecting energy between you two. The connecting energy, please, spirit guides, between these two, between the masculine and the feminine. We've got the Horseman, the herald of change. Okay, that's beautiful energy. So let's talk about this for a second here, Taurus, before we move on to the tarot. Taurus, what I'm getting here is around the energy of whoever is the hunter here. Whoever has their sights set on a particular person, goal, thing, is the Horseman. There is a very strong energy here of rising from a slumber. It feels to me like awakening to taking charge and taking action. After a long period of not being able to do so, or not feeling ready, or not feeling equipped to get going in life, there is supercharged energy. Now I've got it as the feminine energy, but of course feel free to flip this around. Now with the Horseman, he can be a little bit, let's just say, overly enthusiastic. And with Hunter and staying with the process, I feel that if you're getting on the horse again, if you're getting back on the horse after a long period of time of not being ready, then you have to persevere. You have to keep going with the process, even if it's taking longer than expected. You're having obstacles in your way, Taurus. You're being asked to continue to persevere, to continue the strength. Now, when we're talking about the long game, we all want what we want in the moment, right? But if we're talking about the long game here, needing to wait, or needing to wait until another person is ready even, then you have to kind of, I get this as using your resources wisely. You don't want to blow everything at once there and run out of steam. So you may have to, I get it as like a controlled release. I'm getting an image in my mind from a spirit of a controlled release of steam. You know, I can see this passion, this enthusiasm around Taurus here to get something going. You want this, you want it now, but there's this need to control that release. Otherwise, it feels a little bit destructive, or could become disruptive, and especially if you're dealing with someone here who's easily startled, because I feel like this harmony energy around the other person is someone who just wants to keep things peaceful. It's a very strong energy of someone who doesn't want to involve themselves in chaos or disharmony. So let's see where this goes. Taurus, as I said, either side can resonate. Let's start with the feminine energy. I've been meditating on the energies before I came online. So a Taurus, let's do a few more shuffles, get a little bit more energy into these cards, and then we will start the reading, please, for Taurus. Taurus energy, feminine energy around Taurus for the month of May. Gosh, can you believe that? This May. Okay. A signifier for the feminine, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand in the future, how they're feeling about the masculine, how they've perceived the masculine in the past, doubts and fears, what's happening in the environment that's affecting this, and the potential outcome. And let's take a look at the masculine energy. Again, guys, either side can resonate if you're cross-watching. This may be a Taurian that you're dealing with, either the masculine or feminine side. And of course, if you're not dealing with anyone, both sides could resonate as yourself. Taurus, let's take a look. Masculine energy. We'll get a signifier for the masculine, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand with this in the future, how they're feeling about the feminine, how they've perceived the feminine in the past, their doubts and fears, what's happening in the environment, and the potential outcome. Okay, Taurus, got that electric horseman right there in the center. Feminine energy is the Six of Pentacles. There's a very strong energy here of gift. There's a feeling here of exchange, a gift exchange. It feels like a meeting. I get a very strong energy here of two people coming together, having a meeting. I get it as a physical meeting, something that you meet up and you have. I feel it's a discussion, guys. I'm getting strong energy of a discussion. Now, it's interesting because I feel like somebody has something to clear up, something to say, and it feels like it's the beginning of change in how you're conducting a relationship. Now, it's for the better. I feel the masculine here does want harmony. They don't want to have stress. They don't want to have difficulty. The feminine energy here has their own agenda. I'm not sure what that is yet, guys. But whatever this discussion is, this meeting, it seems to bring about the beginning of change in this, between these two people. Okay. masculine is coming up here as the King of Swords in the reverse. Taurus. If you're the male Taurus here, I feel like there's been something that you have wanted to get out of. It feels like something that you've repressed. It's something that you've been wanting to say. You haven't said it. I feel like there's an energy of withholding. You feel like the masculine here has felt like they have not been truthful to themselves or truthful to another person. I feel it's both, actually, both to themselves and to the feminine. So there's a withholding here of communication. I feel like the masculine has been quiet. They may have even not really wanted to engage with, I'm getting it as pleasantries, small talk. This masculine energy, I do feel, I'm getting this strong vibration around the masculine of, I'm not feeling very good, I'm not feeling my best. If I speak now, I will say something hurtful. There's some kind of anger around the masculine, and rather than express themselves and have that come out, then I get this masculine has clammed up, has kept quiet. Okay, so let's see where this is going. Feminine energy, where they currently stand. We've got the Magician in the reverse. Okay. Interesting. The feeling that I'm getting around the feminine is of wanting to pull off the seemingly impossible. Okay, I'm getting that. Wanting to pull off the seemingly impossible with this masculine. It feels like rising from, yeah, okay, I'm getting this. It feels like this a situation here where something may have gone cold, gone quiet, and the feminine, I feel, wants to raise this, wants to bring it back to life. That's the goal. Now, masculine energy, where they currently stand, 6 of Wands. The masculine just wants to be right. The masculine wants to be validated in some way. Okay, so I'm getting a strong energy here of these two people feeling like they are both right with what they want. Them having not been on the same page for a while, they may have actually been either, I'm not really getting conflict, I'm just getting it as quiet, silence, and neither one speaking up, speaking their needs. Okay, let's see. Feminine, where they hope to stand in the future, we've got the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, the feminine is getting a little bit antsy. I get this energy around the feminine of wanting what they want. They have been patient. They've tried to be in it for the long game. Remember, I was talking about the long game. They've had their eye on this goal with the masculine for some time now, and it feels like it hasn't really been happening. The feminine is starting to get quite, I'm getting it as some irritation. I'll just say it's some irritation about it not really getting to that place that they want. It feels like very frustrating kind of energy, and the feminine here is doing whatever it takes. There's a lot of activity around the feminine to get this done, to get this sorted out. The masculine just seems to be all about their own needs right now. Let's see. The Hanged Man. Yeah. You know, the masculine just wants to keep things peaceful for the moment. They really just want to have their okay. The masculine feels like they need to have their ideas, whatever they're thinking about here, validated. What does that mean, Spirit? Can you give me a little bit more information? They have felt, okay, they have kept quiet. Spirit Guide is saying the masculine here has kept quiet because they have felt like the feminine didn't want to hear what they needed to say, or wouldn't like what they had to say. And so that's why the masculine has not spoken out, because it's not that they're fearful, it's just that they know what to expect from the feminine, and they are just trying to keep it peaceful until the need to come out and say what they need to say. It seems like they're waiting for the right time to say this. Okay. But the feminine may be pushing this. Okay, the feminine may be pushing the masculine to come out before they're ready to say this. Okay, let's see how the feminine is feeling about the masculine. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like the feminine here is wanting this to either be a long-term commitment or to remain a long-term commitment. So the feminine may already be either in a long-term commitment or even married. I'm getting that. The feminine here wants the masculine to be on board with what they want, with what they see in the future. The masculine, I feel, is withdrawn, is not giving as much to the feminine, is not speaking about why they're not giving. And the feminine is starting to feel a little bit lost. I get an energy around the feminine of thinking, well, what's going on with the masculine? They're not telling me what's going on with them. They're hiding. They're keeping to themselves. When I ask what's wrong, they just say nothing's wrong. But there is. I feel the feminine knows that there is something going on with this masculine. So let's see how the masculine is feeling about the feminine. We've got Judgment, but in the reverse. Okay. There's a feeling around the masculine of something that they feel a call towards, something that they feel pulled towards, but there's hesitancy in coming forward and making a decision to upset their life. I feel like the masculine right now just wants to keep things harmonious, not have any conflict, while they are going through a particular stage in their life where they're trying to make a decision about where their life is headed. And so that's why the masculine is withdrawn, quiet, not talking about things. It's very internalized energy that I'm feeling around the masculine. They have yet to make a judgment call on what it is that they want to do next, or how they see their life progressing. I feel the feminine here is very sure in what they want. They're in it for the long game. They want to keep with this. They want to keep persevering with this relationship. Let's take a look at how the feminine has perceived the masculine in the past. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. There is, I do feel we're talking about either a marriage here, guys, or the two of you here are talking about marriage, getting together, committing. Because I feel like there's this very strong energy of two Okay. It feels very practical around the feminine. I mean, look at all of these pentacles energies. And Taurus, that makes sense, of course. The feminine energy here is very practically minded. Very strong energy here of, okay, I've invested in this. I'm putting my energy towards this. I feel like something is going to pay off or continue to pay off for me, so I'm going to keep going with this. But the feminine would appreciate the masculine telling them if that's not the case, okay? I'm getting that very strongly. The feminine would like the masculine to speak up and say, okay, you know, it's really difficult because I feel like this masculine is just so hesitant to speak up about what they're feeling, what they're thinking. They're keeping it all to themselves, and the feminine just wants to know what's up, where they stand, so that they can plan for the future, is what I'm getting, or continue to plan for the future. I feel like the feminine here is a planner. They like to know what is down the road. They like to know where they're headed in a year, 5 years, 10 years. You know, there's strategy and a plan. So they just want to know where to keep investing their energy into. If it's not with this partner or potential partner, then the feminine here just wants to know that, so that they don't waste any more time here. Okay. Now, how the masculine has perceived the feminine in the past. We've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. I feel like they had a choice, two ways to go. They were very conflicted with making the choice. There's a lot of indecision around this masculine energy. A lot of indecision. So they had two choices, they had two paths, maybe even two people. They've chosen this feminine energy, but now they're thinking, well, have I made the right choice? There's a little bit of regression that I'm picking up around the masculine, thinking, well, maybe I made the wrong choice. And it doesn't matter how many years ago they made this choice. I mean, it may have been months, it may have been years, it may have been decades. There seems to be this energy around the masculine of, you know what, I don't know if I've made the right choice. Because I feel like at this stage in this masculine's life, they just want things to be very peaceful, very harmonious. Let's see. Doubts and fears for the feminine. We've got the Five of Cups. There's a lot of sadness here around the feminine. You know, the feminine, I feel, really saw this relationship continuing or going to continue. Like they were in it for the long haul. Absolutely. But the feminine is realizing that there is something changing. There's some kind of change around the masculine. And there's some, I feel like it's the feminine's intuition that's telling them that they're going to receive some news, and they're going to receive some communication soon from this masculine energy. And it does bring change. It does bring change, but I feel it's not the kind of change that the feminine was hoping for or expecting. Okay. It feels like we've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse for doubts and fears around the masculine. Yeah. It's definitely fearing an emotional response from the feminine. Okay, so there is fear around an emotional response. The masculine here just wants to be able to speak their truth without an emotional response. I keep getting that, but gosh, that's going to be difficult, because I feel that whatever they have to say here, the feminine is not going to like. External influence for the feminine is the hanged woman, or the hanged man here in reverse. Yeah, it feels like the feminine is really starting to think, gosh, you know, this person has left me in a bad spot. They've left me in a bad position, because I feel like the feminine had their focus set on this masculine, either continuing in a relationship or having a long-term relationship. It'd be different for each person here. There's two sets of people. I see either you're already in a relationship with this person and have been for a number of years, or you're wanting a strong commitment or marriage with this masculine energy. And there's been this very strong laser focus around the Taurian feminine when it comes to, this is my person, this is what I want, this is what I want for my future. I don't want to be alone, I don't want to be single anymore, I want to have a partner, and I want to have the family, the whole 9 yards, and I want to have this very strong union, which is, of course, a very reasonable expectation. Now with the masculine though, I feel like there's something here that there was a question mark around this masculine. I feel like they had to make a decision. They made a decision in the past, but now they're thinking, have they made the right decision? They are not speaking about this to anyone, I don't feel, and they're kind of waiting for the right time to reveal this. They're fearing emotional response from the feminine to this very disruptive kind of energy that I see this as a future disruption to, well, a disruption to the future of the two of you together. Now, the external influence for the masculine, we've got the world in reverse. Yeah, it's something that they want to do. They may want to go somewhere, to travel somewhere. Something that they have yet to, there's some kind of unfinished business around them. There's something that they feel like they should have done but didn't do before. I'm getting that. There's some unfinished business, and I feel it has something to do with travel. You know, it doesn't have to be, this doesn't have to be about two people. It can be two paths, you know, settling down or traveling and seeing more of the world, experiencing different cultures. I do feel like there's something other that this masculine wants to experience. They're not really wanting to continue with how things have been in recent months. Now, it could just be that we're talking about a little bit of cabin fever here. It doesn't have to be particularly that extreme where we're talking about potential breakup, but let's see. The outcome for the feminine is the King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. I feel that this is anger. I'm picking that up as anger, guys. Anger. And we've got the moon as the outcome for the masculine. Okay. Yeah, I just get this essence that this masculine here is not giving the response that the feminine wants. The feminine wants a response from this masculine energy. The masculine is not responding. I get that they're withdrawing. They don't want to engage. They just want to keep things peaceful. This is making the feminine angry. Why aren't you talking to me? Tell me what's going on with you. You know, the feminine sees this as something that can't continue. This kind of separate energy that I'm feeling between the two of you. The feminine wants to keep going with this. They want this relationship to continue. I feel like there's a lot of things that this masculine is keeping to themselves, keeping hidden, out of fear of an emotional response from the feminine to what they have to say. Now, the masculine is just really wanting to be validated in some way. It's not in terms of, like, I'm not talking about a narcissist or anything here. It just feels like they want to be able to express themselves and express their needs and have it validated. So I feel like they may be talking to someone, but it's someone that validates them, meaning it's someone who will listen and acknowledge their needs without providing an emotional response and, you know, getting upset with what they have to say. There's something around that. This person, if they feel like their speech, their communication is going to be met with that emotional response, they just clam up. They retreat. They don't talk. They keep it all to themselves. But that in turn is making the feminine here very angry and feeling like, well, you know, this needs to change. This needs to change. And it feels like the feminine is kind of pushing the masculine to open up, to speak. Which may be forcing the masculine, to say something that they didn't really want to say. It feels like, it just really feels like a strong energy around the masculine of, you know, I'll just say something to keep the peace, but it's not their truth. So the feminine pushing this masculine before they're ready to open up about what it is that they're worried about or concerned about or what they need to say is making conflict, making drama in this relationship. Okay, let's get a message here. Now, guys, if this is your story, please do join me in the extended. I'll be clarifying, going much further in depth. So if you want to know if you're the feminine here and you want to know what's going on with this masculine, please do join me. I'll be going much further in depth, clarifying, looking at some more oracles as well for the future. It'll be about a 30-minute reading, so please do join me there. The link is down below in the descriptions box. Before we get there, I'm going to use my new oracle deck here, the Priestess of Light, to get a message for Taurus. And if you'd like a personal reading, of course, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy shop and purchase directly there, and those links are in the descriptions box below. Taurus, let's take a look. Message for Taurus. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share me on your social media as well. Guys, please do that. Really appreciate you getting the word out to everyone. That's the best way you can support my channel right now. And there are other ways to support my channel, including getting early access to the readings by clicking on join below or looking in the box for more details. Okay, let's take a look here, guys. Message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? Earth magic. Fearlessness. Removing obstacles. Okay. The Priestess of the Horse. It brings movement, and we do have, here we go with the very strong energy around this horse. Movement into your life. The horse is, of course, a creature of power. It's long represented freedom. And this card signals that the time is right to free yourself of the obstacles blocking movement forward. You may have been hesitant or even afraid to face these obstacles before, but there is a greater courage growing within you now. take a look at your life to determine what needs to be done. The obstacles may be external to you. It could be a friendship, a place, a relationship, or even a job or task that brings negative energy into your life. Or the blocks may be more personal, taking the form of worry, self-criticism, or any other kind of negative thought pattern. Unhealthy or self-sabotaging behaviours and habits could be blocking you as well. All of these obstacles, whether they're inner or outer, may be a part of your daily life, and as such may seem insurmountable, but it's time to fearlessly choose to prioritise and honour yourself. This beautiful galloping steed represents your true power to break through, to remove old obstacles and to move forward on your soul's path. The grounding energy of the earth will always support you. Okay, when you make the honouring choice, I feel like the masculine here has not been making the honouring choice. Something that they are very hesitant to make, a decision that they feel hesitant to make, which would be the honouring choice, to do the right thing by the feminine, to do the right thing and to speak up, to speak their truth, rather than keep this feminine energy kind of in a holding pattern while the masculine makes up their mind. There needs to, I feel like there's going to be this kind of, I get it as like an explosive kind of charge, a meeting here where things are going to come out into the open, things that have been left unsaid about where this relationship is headed in the future or continuing to head. So let's see where this goes in the extended reading, guys. Taurus, please do join me there. Again, the link is down below. Wishing you the best with this, guys. Please do take care. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. And I will speak to you again very soon. Bye for now, Taurus.